that he would be willing to pay whatever you want to fight Crawford.
Fine.
Yeah.
If he's willing to pay whatever I want, hands down.
Terence is not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special.
What other opportunity in life are you gonna get to make 100 and something million? Look at Evan. Coach Evan said 150, but he think Bud gets it. What other opportunity in life you gonna get to make 150 million?
Canelo Alvarez, the legendary boxing icon from Mexico, has confirmed he's open to facing Terence Crawford. As long as the financial terms make sense, the announcement has sent shockwaves through the boxing world with fans buzzing over a potential clash between two of the sport's top pound-for-pound fighters.
Do it.
Why not? Why not? I think Crawford, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in. Because, you know, I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight, and he don't move that much now. So,
Brian Bomek McIntyre, longtime trainer of Terence Crawford, has expressed his excitement over the possible matchup, calling it a long-awaited opportunity for Crawford to showcase his full potential against a dangerous and highly respected opponent like Canelo.
First off, how excited are you about it, and break the fight down for us?
Well, I ain't gonna break the fight down for you because I don't want to get a game plan away. But I'm excited for Terence more than anything to get the fight that he wants, to show the world that he's great. He's great, one of the greats. He laced up the gloves, and so it's my job as a trainer. It's the job of Saul, the job of Red, whoever else is coming in camp with us, Bernie, to lead him to that win.
A lot of people make a lot about the 21-pound difference, the 14-pound difference, however you want to look at it. And they're saying that they think that it's just going to be too much, a bridge too far for Terence Crawford, that the size and the strength of Canelo Alvarez will carry the day, ultimately wearing the perceivably smaller Terence Crawford down. What do you say about that?
I tell you like this. The man must have seen something when he called to Canelo out, because you got to remember, Bud called Canelo out. So he must see something in order for him to get that win. And he know he can win. So like I said before, it's our job to get him to that point.
I talked to Jose Benavidez Jr. about the fight between Terence and Canelo Alvarez. A glowing report from Jose Benavidez Jr. about Terence Crawford, saying that Canelo Alvarez better not sleep on Terence Crawford because he is an effing beast.
Well, you know, he been in there with Bud, so he understands, you know, what Bud could bring to what brings to the table. So he just giving that warning out to this, not only Canelo, he's giving the warning out to all the bettors out there that's going to bet against Bud. You gonna fuck up and lose your money.
Terence Crawford is set to earn an eye-watering $135 million for this mega fight, making it one of the most lucrative bouts in boxing history. This massive payday reflects Crawford's rising star power and the magnitude of this showdown.
You heard what Bud said. Weight class is for a reason. But then Bud and his team heard the TBV show. Then it's like, yo, you know what? Bud, we could throw the towel in. We gonna shimmy all the way to the bank. We gonna drop this 9 figures in the bank. We got you. Do we believe we could beat them? Yeah. What other opportunity in life are you gonna get to make 100 and something million? Look at Evan. Coach Evan said 150, but he think Bud gets it. What other opportunity in life you gonna get to make 150 million? Also be able to have an eject button. If you doing good, the towel never come out. Shit get ugly, the towel come out. They not about to just let Canelo beat on Crawford if Crawford can't handle Canelo. You understand? It's not gonna be a pride thing. You know, Bomac been there all his life. Why would I allow that?
Speaking candidly with Joe Rogan, Terence Crawford expressed strong confidence ahead of the fight, making it clear he believes in his skill set and mental toughness. He's fully prepared to meet the moment and take on the challenge of facing Canelo Alvarez.
I spar big guys, you know what I mean? But I believe in my skills and my ability, and I believe in my team. I believe we'll come up with something that, you know, will be suitable for me to be successful in that fight.
That would probably be the biggest fight in boxing.
Definitely.
That fight would be gigantic.
It would.
That would be a big one.
I've sparred with some serious talent, you know what I mean? But I've got full confidence in my abilities. And in my team, I believe we'll put together a solid game plan that gives me the best chance to win. Honestly, that would be the biggest fight in boxing. No doubt it would be next level.
I think he can outbox Canelo. It depends on what kind of Canelo rocks up, and 'cause Canelo is very, very experienced, but at the same time he's had a lot of fights, which means that there is a time that you do go downhill as well. So I don't know. It's an interesting fight.
It's a crazy fight. I like it. A lot of fans have said like they're not interested because of the weight difference, but like to me, it's like I want to see how he's able to deal with the weight difference.
Yeah, but the thing is, Canelo used to be a 154 as well, So there is a slight weight division difference, but then Terence is coming up from 130. So
yeah, he's a lot smaller. Yeah, Canelo's like a little mini tank, man. He's like his bones are he's just like a stocky dude.
Thick.
Boxer Tim Tszyu weighed in on the potential matchup, saying Crawford may have a hard time outboxing Canelo. He emphasized that the outcome could depend heavily on which version of Canelo shows up, citing his adaptability, ring IQ, and vast experience.
Right. As you see here, Terence Bud Crawford is back training. Is he training for that May showdown with Saul Canelo Alvarez? A mega fight? That's a mega fight. In movies, you have blockbuster movies like Star Wars, Independence Day. This is a blockbuster fight. This is a massive fight. Two of the best guys in their era facing off against one another. This would be explosive. And it's supposed to be Riyadh season, Cinco de Mayo. This is a fight that reportedly Canelo Alvarez has agreed now. That's huge. Who y'all got winning this fight? You see Terence Bud Crawford training. Is he training for Canelo Alvarez? Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think.
This fight is being hailed as a historic clash between two generational greats, and with the bout set to take place during Riyadh season, it's expected to draw global attention and become a defining moment in both fighters' legacies.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Coach Joel Diaz raised concerns about the size difference between the two fighters, pointing out that the smaller man might struggle to land meaningful shots and absorb Canelo's power. He warned that many may be underestimating how much the physical mismatch could affect the fight.
There's no Triple G on Bud's resume. There's no Trout on Bud's resume. There's no Daniel Jacobs on Bud's resume. Canelo is the one that's fought the elite level opposition. It's Canelo that fought Laura. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ.
Yeah, but Bud is an elite boxer.
So you're an elite boxer, but you haven't fought elite boxers.
There's been debate over each fighter's resume, with critics arguing that while Canelo has consistently faced elite opponents, Crawford's list lacks major names like Gennady Golovkin, leading some to question whether he's been tested at the highest level.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing it has divisions. You know what I mean?
Right, weight classes.
Weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes and Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and three more divisions, two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
Boxing legend Juan Manuel Marquez has voiced caution over Crawford's decision to jump 2 weight classes for this fight, saying weight divisions exist for a reason and warning that such a leap could backfire against an opponent like Canelo.
Terence is not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special. And, you know, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, you know, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, you know, be able to find out firsthand.
Former champion Caleb Plant shared his excitement about the matchup, praising the elite skill level of both fighters. He's expecting the high-intensity fight that will captivate fans around the world and deliver edge-of-your-seat action.
You want to fight Canelo? Would you ever entertain a fight with Benavidez?
Benavidez is a big dude. Not to say I won't fight him, but the only reason why I entertain Canelo is because he's not a big dude. He might be thick, you know what I mean, but he's not a big dude. Benavidez is like 6 foot something, come in 190, 200 probably, you know what I mean? I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight Benavidez.
Yeah, I thought that at one point when Volkanovski was champion. I had retired and I was like, dude, the only fight that I would really want to come back for, this dude's 5'6" and he's pound for pound.
Right.
So that's, I understand what you're looking at. You're like, you know what?
You just size him up.
Yeah.
You just size him up, especially when you're going into a bigger weight class, size him up and you see your advantages.
Responding to concerns about the size difference, Crawford dismissed the idea that Canelo has a major physical edge. He confidently stated that Canelo isn't a particularly large fighter and reinforced his belief that he can overcome the challenge.
If Crawford and Canelo were to come to fruition, you see that being competitive still, even with the 21-pound difference, Jim?
And if I'm Crawford, I don't want to have to go up to 168 pounds to get the fight. I want to somehow gull Canelo into thinking that it's okay to fight him at, you know, best of all possible worlds, 154. But if I'm Terence Crawford, I want to try to make clear that there's no way you're going to get me to come into the ring at 168. That's your game, not mine. If Crawford is able to get Canelo down to 160, and so this depends on what I see out of Canelo this weekend.
Right.
But let's say he has a good fight, not a great fight, and he wins. If Crawford can get him down to 160, I make it a pick-em fight. If Crawford can get him down to 154 or 157, Crawford is, in my view, a big favorite in the fight. 168, I still have to favor Canelo.
Analysts have weighed in on how weight could impact the fight. Some say if the bout were held at 154 or 157, Crawford would have the upper hand due to his experience at those weights. But at 168, many experts give the advantage to Canelo, pointing to his strength and proven success at that class.
What fight do you think is out there now that we all should want to see where we probably get more than we expected? What's the ideal fight?
The game is different, man. It's a lot of strategy going on with guys not taking fights and why they not taking fights. I like the Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez fight. A lot of people say, you know,
so do I,
that I'm crazy for thinking that Terence Crawford could win that fight. And my thing is like, okay, well, if you don't think that Terence Crawford can outbox Canelo Alvarez, you may have to check your eyes.
You're not watching. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there's a reason why Canelo Alvarez ain't jumping at that fight. He fought Amir Khan, which was, I think, 2 weight classes lower than him. So the weight thing ain't that big a weight class.
And he fought Charlo.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing with that. So that's a fight that I would really like to see. That's a dangerous fight for both fighters for different reasons.
Commentators Stephen A. Smith and Andrew Ward discussed the upcoming fight, noting that while Canelo's size advantage at 168, Israel Crawford's elite skills, adaptability, and drive make him a serious threat. They warn not to underestimate what Crawford brings to the table.
When people bring up Canelo Alvarez, we keep bringing up the weight class, but that's not my thing. this is what I'm mostly thinking about when it comes to that matchup. Terence Crawford has never met anyone like him. Y'all don't understand the importance of that statement. In order to beat Canelo, you got to be great first. Triple G, Floyd, Bill, you got to be great because Canelo is great. Canelo ain't just a big tank guy, that's why he's great. Hit, good speed, accuracy, great heart, guts, shit. He's great. He has that X factor that only the great ones have. He fights more often than Crawford, at least twice a year, and he doesn't stop fighting. He fights through knee injury, wrist injury. If you're 6 foot something, if you're 5'11" or 5, it doesn't matter. He's great.
Showbiz the Adult noted that Terence Crawford has never faced someone on Canelo's level. He highlighted the importance of elite experience, something Canelo has in abundance, and said this bout will push Crawford further than ever before, ultimately testing whether he can truly compete at the sport's highest level.
Like, what them both? Like, what are the differences between them? Canelo's stronger and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit clean. They both hit hard because and you can see that strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He's very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that opportunity? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Former opponent Amir Khan offered insight into both fighters. He acknowledged Canelo's devastating power, but also pointed out that he's hittable. In contrast, he praised Crawford's slick defense and ability to control the pace, making him a tougher target and a more elusive opponent.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring. I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't count him out. You know what I'm saying?
Boxer Edgar Berlanga acknowledged Crawford's greatness, but emphasized Canelo's edge in size and strength. He believes those physical advantages could shift the fight in Canelo's favor, even though Crawford's technique and ring IQ are second to none.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it. And lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3, and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Stephen S. Smith voiced serious concern over Crawford jumping 3 weight classes to face Canelo, pointing out the dramatic difference in size, power, and experience. While he respects Crawford's skills, Smith questioned whether this was a smart move and if the challenge might be too much to overcome.